Hey guys, what's up? We are back with some more reactions after dark, and we are of course going to be watching Hong Kong billionaire dad offered 130 million to any man to please marry his daughter, obviously by Stephanie Sue. We are still continuing on with the Chinaverse week. It's Friday, right? So we still have Saturday and Sunday to go. So still 2 more days after this of Chinaverse, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if there's going to be a break or what. Because it will be, what, the 7th? I was talking about doing like 25 days of Chinaverse, but I don't think there is 25 videos of Chinaverse. I could make it 25 days of Rad. Yeah, the Rad 25 days of Christmas. Though, it would have to be just like random stuff. Like we would have to have, maybe, uh, what is it? Dark Asia in there, or Lazy Masquerade, Nexpo. What else? The other guy, whoever the other guy is, because I can't remember right now for some reason. All of those stuff, like the whole thing. Because I want to do all the other people too, not just Stephanie stuff. Yeah, we'll continue to think about whether or not I'm going to do 25 days straight of rad videos. Though again, they possibly will not be Stephanie. I mean, you got Stephanie like 7 days in a row at the beginning of the month. Come on. Uh, but yeah, don't have any hater segment today. I am probably gonna go on like a small tangent. I mean, just skip because again, I don't have the logistics of who actually sits here and listens to everything I say. But I mean, I probably could see that because I'm pretty sure that they show you that stuff on the video, but I'm not interested in seeing that and being disappointed. Uh, but yeah, probably will have a radical break in the middle of this video because I want to have a reason to play this one game. So that's gonna be my excuse, is that I can use it for a radical break in the middle of this video. More VR stuff, obviously. If you didn't realize yesterday, the radical break yesterday was VR, me and VR, and this one will also be VR. Though it's kind of like a post-apocalyptic kind of first person, or not first person, like single player first person story kind of game. Kind of, I don't know if it's like a survival. I guess it's kind of like a survival game too. You could argue it's horror, but I don't know how much of a horror it's really going to be. I played it yesterday for an hour and like a half. It was okay. But I mean, I'm not gonna get spooked by it, but maybe they'll actually be able to spook me in like with a few minutes, and I'll end up playing it for the radical break, because I think I have like a mission to go do. So I'll do that mission, and once I get back to the base, I'll end the break and then get back to the second half of the video. I'll have it chaptered as well. First half radical break, second half, so you could just skip straight over the radical break if you want to do that. Which is just more lore if you don't already know. Because my favorite gaming franchises of all time are Monster Hunter and Fallout. And Fallout might be my favorite because I used to always say it was my favorite, but then I got introduced to Monster Hunter. But for the sake of the argument, Fallout is my favorite franchise as far as gaming goes. It might be of all time, uh, though I don't know if anyone here knows what I mean by Fallout. Though some of you might, because who knows if y'all are watching Netflix, Hulu, Amazon all the time. But Amazon did do a Fallout series, which if you didn't realize is based on the video games. That Fallout TV show is part of the Fallout franchise. Granted, I haven't actually watched that show. I need to eventually get around to watching it. I mean, since again, it is my favorite franchise of all time, potentially, which it is a post-apocalyptic scenario. I think it's a bit very stylized. I would say goofy. Goofy's not the right word. It's very stylized. Very. I don't know if it's 1920s or 1950s. I never really realized like if its style is 1920, 1950. It's like if that style never went out of style, never went out of fashion, and that continue on into the future. So everything's designed to look like that. But then like the world ended. at some point during that. So yeah, this game kind of hits that spot. Though I think Into the Radius, I don't know if I said the name of the game yet. Into the Radius is more like Stalker question mark or like Chernobylite. I'm guessing, which if you don't know what those games are, still post-apocalyptic, but they're kind of is the word Slavic the right word to use there? Uh, they're kind of based in that area. I think that's what the Stalker games are, and I guess Chernobylite. I don't know if Chernobylite is a continuation of Stalker or if it's like a spiritual successor. But yeah, anyways, long tangent. There's going to be a horror VR radical break today, so just heads up on that. Again, I don't know how horror it's going to be. I would have to like probably go out of my way to make the game spooky, right? I would have to go out at nighttime in the game because it has a day and night cycle. I think you have to go out at nighttime and see if anything spooky happens. Question mark. Anyways, though, we can get into this. Also, I just want to show something real quick. I'm gonna put this on normal speed. It sounds so molasses, this intro, when it's not sped up to like 1.5. Like, isn't that just so slow? Which we can go on another tangent already. I know I played the video for 7 seconds. I'm going into the memes and the hate. I pause every 5 seconds. But when it's going that slow, it's just like, Jesus Christ, this is so slow. But I feel like there's an issue there where I know a lot of people are probably watching stuff like 1.5, 2 times speed, and then that's what everyone's going to get used to. So what happens when everyone just watches everything 2 times speed? Are we just going to start having media naturally played at 2 times speed? Like everything is just recorded 2 times speed? And then is that just going to be exponential? All of a sudden, like we're too used to needing to watch stuff at a bajillion speed, and now we got to crank it up again and then crank it up again to where we're watching what used to take an hour now in like a minute? Or like, is that gonna end up happening? I guess technically that's not terrible. Is that a terrible thing to get? Like that terrible thing that happened to humanity? Because like if we're able to somehow cause our brains to process information, like an hour of information in 1 minute, that's kind of crazy, right? But still, I don't know where that's gonna go. Where if everyone just starts watching everything at a bajillion speed, people who make videos, movies, TV are just going to start recording stuff at that base speed of like 2 times or something. I don't know. Just something I've thought about.
Roll the music. Ding, 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 ding. Boom.
Boom. Oh, I just go?
Yeah, you just go.
Roll the music. I feel like we're thinking of 2 different songs. There's a saying that nobody ever says in Hong Kong, and it goes like this. If you haven't walked barefoot across the Hong Kong country club's manicured lawn, you are missing out on a quintessential Hong Kong experience.
Okay, though before we go again, did not comment on the title. Why can't he get someone to marry his daughter? Like, what's the issue?
Hong Kong Country Club is known by the locals as the club. But you don't go clubbing there, you go golfing. It's a quintessential experience. One must absolutely not miss this type of feeling. It only costs you anywhere between $80,000 to $640,000 to join this exclusive club.
So it's like a country club.
Yes, and it doesn't even matter if you have the money because you have to be invited to join and there's a wait list. You have to be sponsored by members to join. A member has to put their blood on the line and be like, you know what? This one I think is okay to hang out with us. I think so. I have a feeling this one's got some money. Yeah, you have to be invited. It is as exclusive as it gets, and they're pretty hush-hush about the members, but it's said that if you're going to run into senior businessmen with companies worth hundreds of millions of dollars, as well as powerfully connected government officials, it's gonna be at the club outside of this little country club parking lot though. If you just drive past, you might see a Rolls Royce Phantom parked with the license plate Cecil written on there.
Cecil?
Oh yeah, C-E-C-I-L.
Cecil.
Why Cecil? I don't know if Cecil means anything, if there's any sort of I don't know if historical or mythological significance to the name Cecil, because Cecil is a character in the show Invincible, and I don't know if his name's if he's named Cecil because Cecil has some sort of significance, or it's just happenstance. If it's happenstance, then why does this person have Cecil written on their their car license plate. And I'm not saying he's written it that way because of this show or story. I'm just wondering if that name has some sort of significance, and that's why you would use it in show, and why he would use it on the car. Like, it has some sort of significance.
Cecil. Oof. The car belongs to Hong Kong billionaire Cecil Chow, the man that tried to sell
Kristen, it's just his name.
his daughter online.
Wait a minute.
Literally, okay? So you know that feeling when it's 11 p.m. and you're online looking at a billionaire selling his daughter online? Yeah, that's the feeling that I get all the time. You're like, you know what? Maybe I should finally go to bed on time. The pillow's not too warm, not too cold. None of your limbs are cramping. You're in like a comfortable position in bed. Everything is perfect. Just a little too perfect. You're about to fall asleep when, guess again, bits, your body does that thing where it thinks it's falling and you start flopping like a fish and it feels like you're turning into a freaking drill for 3 seconds. You know that feeling? How often does that happen to you? I would say it happens to me once every 2 weeks. It doesn't even happen that often, but it's very annoying. Aside from just feeling unpleasant, it's also so hard to go back to sleep. Apparently, the reason that your body jerks while you're trying to fall asleep is because the brain gets confused and it thinks that you're dying. So it's just like, hey, are you still alive? It's just checking. It's just jerking your body as like a maintenance routine check, right? And you might wake up, open up your laptop, and you've got the page open to a billionaire selling the daughter, to just like an on sale sign. Now, you might pull up your laptop like I do and be like, you know what? Since I'm already awake, let me do some work. And then you go and you see this woman being sold online, and you're like, but I can't stop thinking. I can't stop thinking about the fact that my body just thought I was dying. My brain was like, hello? Now, if I were using any other web browser, there's no way that I would have the brain capacity.
Are we about to go into an ad? Why is she talking about web browsers? I mean, she did web browsers last time, though. I don't think this video is in the same spot as last time. This is a year ago, this video, so I don't know. Maybe it is right afterwards. Are we about to go into opera? Yeah, it looks like it's an opera ad that she's doing right now. Yep. What she says sexy in there. Let's see if I can get that on the screen.
One extra hour of browsing, which is one click and no charger. So if you want to feel safer,
Yeah, see? Why? What do you mean sexy?
more secure, more sexy while browsing the internet, check out Opera. Click that first link in the description and download Opera today for free. Thank you, Opera, for sponsoring today's video. And let's get into it. So we got the Rolls-Royce Phantom.
Like, what was she talking about in there? What did she... I mean, the only thing I could imagine is she was talking about her books, maybe, question mark.
In the parking lot with the license plate Cecil. I just want to give you some context. Cecil Chow is old money. Cecil Chow's dad was one of the founding fathers of Hong Kong's shipping industry, which is like, that's how you know people are making money, when they always answer that they're in some sort of random ass industry that you've never heard of. They're not celebrities, they're not CEOs, they're like, I own ships.
No, literally in Hong Kong,
Yes.
there were like a handful of billionaires back in the days. They're all ship tycoons.
Oh,
They
it's a
literally-
port.
So they all made their first generation of wealth from ships.
Oh, apparently his dad built one of the most important shipping dynasties in the 1950s, which I believe Cecil's siblings have taken over. But Cecil ends up being like, you know what? I'm gonna do my own thing. And he becomes a real estate tycoon, just buying up land, developing massive commercial and residential properties. He owns apartment complexes, which I don't even know if that's the right way to put it. It's more like apartment villages. There's one compound that he owns. It's a collection of multiple skyscraper apartment buildings. And in the center is this whole ass fucking town, a park, massive pool, amenities. He's out here creating little
I don't know. Is that cool? Question mark. Just create a city of apartments? Question mark. A small town of apartments?
cities in Hong Kong, all over China, in Macau. Oh yeah, he's getting his hands into the casino money. So he's making a lot of...
Though, we can tangent off to, again, because obviously if you haven't heard me talk about it 1,000 times over these rad videos, did have to move because the place that I lived got bought out by a billionaire, question mark, and they forcibly were tearing down a bunch of stuff downtown to make nothing, right? Baseball park, a baseball stadium, I should say, not a park. I'm guessing they want to make a baseball team over here or something, so they need a stadium for them. Then parking lot for said stadium. I guess we just need more parking lots downtown. And I think, though, specifically, I hope this is the case, just to have like a silver lining, is that the apartments that we are living in, which I've been there my entire life, and have probably been there for decades upon decades upon decades before that. Those that are getting torn down, I think there's supposed to be a high rise being placed there, kind of like I'm guessing like what we just saw there, those apartments. I'm hoping that's the case, and it's not like some stupid parking lot or something, because that means if they just build more apartments where they already were in the future, maybe if we are rich or something, cough, YouTube, money, please, cough. that I could just move back there, right? Just move back there in these fancy high-rise apartments and basically have it's like I never left, right? 'Cause I don't know if it's just if it's necessarily the room or like just the way it looked or if it's just the location itself. Like maybe you just need to be in the location even if the um building is destroyed, as long as you can be in the same exact literal spot, maybe it'll just feel the same and you'll still feel at home, right? I don't know how people would feel like that. Like, how would y'all feel if your house was destroyed, but then got a new house put right on top of it, right? In the exact same place, and you could just still live there? Would it? Is it like the location itself, or is it the building itself that matters? Question mark. Because I don't know. I feel like I would like to just go back to being there, because also it's also the area, right? Because it's not just necessarily the building that you're living in; it's also the buildings around you and the just location and all the stuff around, right? So if you still get to live in the same area, just in a different, well, the exact same spot, just a different house, that probably also helps because like, okay, I'm still around all the stuff I wanted to be around because now I'm miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles away from where I was before, around stuff that I'm not too familiar with outside of the mall that's over here, and I've only been there a few times when I was younger, so eh. Anyways, there's a tangent that was just like a little short tangent about these things. Again, maybe one day I'll be back over there if they do in fact make a high rise there or just replace apartments with more apartments. I don't know if they started tearing them down yet or not, because I'm assuming there's still people living there, or like maybe like one person or two persons still there. Maybe they've got them all out and now they're gonna tear it down. Oh, to tangent one more time off of that tangent, it's crazy because if what's his name, Dennis Robinson, that's his name, right? I think it's him because the one who was like kind of weird back in the old days, right? People kind of thought he was weird. The basketball player. It's either him or his son that bought my apartments. Isn't that crazy that a famous basketball player, like one of the old time famous basketball players, and or his son, is the person who bought my apartments and all this other stuff is going to tear down. It's also like, come on, really? You're going to do it? You're going to treat us like that, Dennis? Because if it is his son, I guess his son is Dennis Jr. because when they're talking about him, they're referring to him as Dennis, I think. Or something like that. Who, I don't know if that's even the right name, but if you know who I'm talking about, he's an old basketball player. But yeah, it's weird that that's what happened. But I mean, I live in Texas, and that basketball team is, well, basketball team. We do have like one of the famous basketball teams here. So they've won championships a lot. I don't know if they've won anything in a long time, but like when I was young, they were winning constantly, and they were fighting against the Lakers all the time. Like it was them versus the Lakers, I think, in a lot of end game competitions, and then like they won. Not that I'm like a sports guy. I don't really care about sports too much. I'm just, talking about that. Anyways, we can get back to it because now we've launched off into space talking about basketball. Yeah, maybe one day I'll be back over there.
Lot of money. He's in the process of developing more buildings, and it's estimated that his collective assets, at least on paper, are in the billions of US dollars. He could be worth more. The way he does business is also very intense. There was one time people said, okay, Cecil Chow, you think he's going to be this fun, eccentric billionaire, right? But then you walk through a building with him, and he's doing this quality control. He's looking at everything. And one time one of the agents with him is stating that this chandelier is way too big for this space. It always has to be proportionate. This chandelier is too big. He looks at the agent, looks at the chandelier. Well, that's your point of view. Moving on. He doesn't care. He doesn't care for people's opinion. He's very crazy. He says things like, rich life is easier than being poor. Like,
That's
Duh.
really good advice, sir.
I've never heard that.
I will follow that advice.
And it kind of makes people like him. I mean, they're definitely afraid of this guy. He seems a little weird, but they like him. He does nothing to downplay his wealth, to the point where Cecil lives in Villa Cecil. It's a massive 4-story, 16,000 square foot modern villa in the middle of Hong Kong's wealthiest neighborhood. He wakes up. This is his morning routine. And we're going to get into it because part of his day, he's like selling his daughter online. Anyway, long story, okay? He wakes up in bed, lays there for 2 hours to, quote, think. He has a 10-foot wide circular bed, a circle bed, 10-foot wide.
Why does this sound so similar to
Roland? Oh my God, he's Roland.
Wait, because you're saying
this
the
video.
club? There.
I haven't watched this video. His face is just. He's supposed to be like they said the most desirable man in Japan, but his face makes me so uncomfortable. I do not like his face. His body might be too much too. It's just like I don't know. if you like him, sure. If Japan is obsessed with him, sure. But like, he's kind of like not. I don't want to be too harsh. He's kind of gross to me. I know that sounds very harsh, but it just feels that way for some reason. I don't know. He might be like a nice guy or something, but it's just when I see him, like, ew. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
There's he wakes up and he meditates and thinks.
Oh my god, in his circular bed?
I don't know.
He does have mirrors and glass everywhere in his villa. And his bed is covered in mink. And when he's done thinking, he walks over to his almost all glass office.
What about his body count?
Oh, 10,000.
10,000? What do you mean 10,000? He had 10,000 girlfriends?
Yes.
How old is he?
78.
78?
You said before you've been with over 10,000 girlfriends.
He's supposed to be like Hugh Hefner of China. Is that who this guy is? Chinese Hugh Hefner?
Is that true?
That's very true. I mean, more.
He has 10,000 girlfriends.
Definitely over 10,000.
Like, where do you find the time? There's what, like 365 days in a year. Like, how do you have 10,000 girlfriends? Question mark. Unless you're literally every day get a new girlfriend, right? Because even after, like, what, 10 years, that's still, is that enough? I don't think it's enough. Isn't that just like 3,650? I don't want to sound stupid, but 365, yeah, just add the 0 for 10 years. It's just 3,650 girlfriends, so that's 10 years. I mean, he is old, right? So 30 years, he can have 10,000, but really, that's like over 30 years dating a new girl every day for 30 years, and you'll have 10,000 girlfriends, question mark. So maybe, but that has to be just so tiring. Also, doesn't count if you're spending a microsecond with a girl every day for your entire life. I feel like you can't really even count that.
Like at the same time.
Yeah, now he's 80, and he tells.
Oh, now he's 80. I mean, of course, if you spread the spread that over 80 years, then it gets a bit more easier. But that sounds so exhausting.
Tones it down. He has like 4 girlfriends a day. He never keeps the same girlfriend for 2 consecutive meals. So if he eats breakfast with you as his girlfriend, you're not staying for lunch, buddy. Pack it up. Yeah. So his whole house is glass, so he can see all his girlfriends in which rooms they're in. There's no point in even trying to rob the place because every single surface is prepped for your fingerprints. He wakes up. He puts on his all-diamond Piaget watch. This is literally a billionaire's morning routine. Are you even awake if there's not $250,000 on your wrist? He wants to know. He puts that on. He walks over to his office. He sits down. There's a button on his desk. He clicks it. It's a microphone. It's like this. Okay? And he just goes, ice cream. He's 5. He's 5 years old. I'm convinced. Ice cream. A few seconds later, the door will
He's also 80, so
open, and there's a woman carrying a gold tray with a pint of vanilla Haagen-Dazs and an expensive gold spoon right next to it. That's his breakfast.
how much are they being paid to do this? Also, is this biblical levels of greed? Question mark.
He just eats chunks.
Of ice cream? For breakfast?
Haagen-Dazs. Vanilla ice cream. Apparently, he's really into ice cream. So his daughter says, the one he tried to sell. Okay, so he just
you
eats
gotta
there.
clarify. Why is he selling his
Oh,
daughter?
we're gonna get there, okay? So he just sits there, raw dogging, no cone, no syrup, no drizzle, vanilla ice cream. And he says, I think that every person living in this world is just here for one purpose. That is happiness.
Sure. Says the man committing biblical levels of greed. Exceeding biblical levels of greed. I just want to comment on the vanilla thing. I think she was like hating on vanilla. I want to argue that vanilla might be my favorite flavor in multiple ways, but I think it is my favorite flavor. I mean, we could go in some weird flavors and maybe I would like that more, but just as a base level, because you have your 3 starters, right? Vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry, and everyone always hates on vanilla. It's like you either have to have like chocolate or strawberry. If you like vanilla, you're a loser. But I don't know. I'm a vanilla guy. Question mark. And then obviously you have Neapolitan, which is all 3 of them, but still, I like vanilla. Go further and actually go. Is it? I forget what it is. Is it butterscotch? I don't think it's called butterscotch. There's a specific type of vanilla that's like just. Is it just pecan? Like the pecan one? Is it just buttered pecan? I think it might just be that, but it's essentially just like a even better vanilla. Let me look up what it's called. Yeah, butter pecan ice cream. That might be a step up from vanilla because I think it is just vanilla but enhanced. So butter pecans, and I just like pecan stuff, like pecan pie. I don't know if this is a Texas thing. I know we have trees here that just drop pecans all over the place, so it's kind of just normal to be into pecans. I feel like, because you can literally just like grab one off the floor that's fallen off a tree, crack it open, and eat a pecan. But yeah, so like butter pecan, I think is chef's kiss. Haven't had it in forever, but again, I think it's just a upgrade of vanilla. But yeah, I am the vanilla ice cream lover that is being hated on right now. Though again, he is exceeding biblical levels of greed, despite his camaraderie with me of the enjoyment of vanilla.
And then he leans down. He's got this Louis Vuitton duffel bag that's right next to his desk, and he pulls out a pair of designer sunglasses, but the entire duffel bag is filled with designer sunglasses. All it has are designer sunglasses in
Like
there,
how many's
apparently.
in there?
Imagine how many you could fit in a duffel bag. I don't think he's ever counted.
Like hundreds of
Yes,
sunglasses?
in a duffel bag.
That's so confusing.
His house is just all sorts of crazy. People call it a fun house. There's mirrors on the ceiling. He's Roland. There's a 30-person dining table. There's no cohesive theme. So he'll have very ancient Chinese art worth probably millions of dollars. And then the next round over, like 2 feet over, you got like the Cause statue.
The what?
The little streetwear statues.
Right.
That's the vibe his house is giving. I'm sure it's all super expensive, but it's very confusing. It's just a lot, right? So just to give you some background, this guy is rich. And here's how we determine his wealth. We know he's a billionaire, but even the billionaires have ranks. There are tiers to wealth in places like Hong Kong. For most people, you would think, hey, you have a Rolls Royce. That means you're rich. You're richer than everyone else who doesn't have a Rolls Royce. But what if every single person in your friend group has a Rolls Royce? Then maybe you compare the model of Rolls Royce. Some are $300,000, others are $1 million. But what if you and all your friends have the most expensive model of Rolls Royce? You guys all drive around in $500,000 cars. Then it's time for the ultra elite money flaunting games. Can you guess what it is? Can you guess what tells multiple different Rolls Royces apart?
Okay, I don't know about Rolls Royce, but I don't know why, I'm in Monaco.
You're in Monaco.
Monaco TikTok.
Okay.
Like they say, this is what it looks like to be in Monaco. And then you see these like hyper cars. I just saw one, they were like, in Monaco, there's always someone richer than you. So someone pulled up in the Lamborghini, and then right next to it, another, I don't know, like a crazy $3 million Lamborghini pulls up, right? And then the valet drops the Lamborghini, runs to attend the other Lamborghini, you know?
Okay, that's crazy.
Like, and I think Hong Kong is probably like that. Like the level of wealth is insane, right?
Okay, so imagine though, right? You're in a parking lot. You are the valet, and there's 4.
But yeah, I don't know what it could be. The difference between the 4. Well, she's saying 4, right? What could it be? I mean, the interior, I guess, but then I don't know. Like what the interior is made out of, how much jewelry, I guess. Gemstones are attached to the thing. I don't know. Get a gem encrusted Rolls Royce? Question mark.
4 Rolls Royces. Same make and model, same price. The MSRP sticker is still attached to each of them. Same price.
Yes.
How do you tell which one is richer then? Gun to your head, you win $1 million.
I look for the oldest driver. Like whoever's the oldest, I'm going to that one.
The chauffeur? Or the chauffeur?
Not the chauffeur, the driver.
The owner?
The owner, yeah. I'll go for the old money. Yeah.
Literally old. He said you're seniors. License plate. We're too broke to even be playing these games.
right,
Okay. License plates. If you want a license plate for your car in Hong Kong, you pay the government about $500 a year, which is technically not just for the license plate, but it's like for the vehicle registration. You get it. But you get assigned a random ass plate number, which is probably like 720349Q, which is not rich. It's not cool. It's very poor. Okay. The most coveted are 1 through 9 because license plates, you can't have multiple of the same ones. 1 through 9, single digit license plates. They're a big deal in places like Dubai and like Hong Kong. Single digit license plates, they've got meanings. For example,
Okay, so that makes sense. Because obviously you can only have, like she said, it has to be a certain name, and only one person can have that name. So if you can get like literally the first letter, the first numbers, then you're kind of the richest of rich, right?
in Hong Kong, they even do single digit letters. The W, 1W for fucking winning in life, bitch. Guess how much that sold for?
In Dubai?
In Hong Kong.
It's gotta be millions.
$3.3 million for a license plate. The letter D, which stands for dragon. It stands for dollar. It stands for DI.
CK.
Divinity. You're disgusting. Divinity. Divine.
Really? Actually?
No, it stands for. It sold for 2.5 million.
D?
D. The D.
That's the most expensive D I've ever heard.
The number 9 sold for 1.6 million. Cecil
1.6 million? Oof, took my number.
has a Rolls Royce with a single digit. But this is where it gets confusing. Is he rich or is he faux rich? Because the single digit is 4.
The number is 4.
Yeah.
Which is very unlucky.
Yeah, so I assume he got it for a lot cheaper, even though it's a single digit, because 4 is the number of death. But maybe he's so rich, the meaning is I can look death in the face and I still win.
Oof.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd assume it to be something like that, or he'd try to play it off like that. Like, oh, I'm so rich that I bought the number 4 because I'm not scared of number 4. I'm so rich I don't have to be scared of the number 4.
Like, I'm too rich to be superstitious about
Whoa.
4.
Okay, I want a 4 right now.
Some people in northern China actually believe the number 4 stands for running water.
I never heard of that.
Really? So some people are like, maybe it's considered lucky for him because in northern China, some people think it's running water. But Cecil's from Shanghai, so I don't know how that matches. And then to match his Rolls Royce that says Cecil, he has a Bentley. It's an expensive one with the license plate Chow.
It says Chow. Yeah, I heard.
License
Saw
plate
that.
Chow.
Yeah, Cecil Chow.
Saw that it said Chow on the front.
First and last name?
First name, last name Chow.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's giving Roland.
He is nicknamed the number 1 playboy in Hong Kong. Yeah, he's 80. So anyway, he's got 3 kids. Gigi the eldest, Howard the middle child, and Roman the youngest. They're all by different mothers. But
Wait, I was like, yeah, he's 80 years old, so his daughter, I wasn't even thinking that his daughter would be like 20. It was like, this man is old. So yeah, this woman is also old, question mark. So is that why he's like, hey, marry my daughter, please? Because it's like the anime stereotype. Older cougar woman looking for a husband cannot find a husband, even though completely unrealistic. Because a woman who like looks like that and acts like that would be hounded by every man on every corner, and yet in anime they like somehow magically cannot find a husband. Question mark. Okay.
Gigi is the eldest child. She's the only daughter, and she was named vice chairman of his entire real estate company. And it stated that he's preparing her for the day that she needs to take over and run the business, which I can see why he picked her. Gigi Chow is incredibly intelligent. I don't know the rest of his kids. They're a bit more private, but Gigi, she's not just a Nepo baby. She's got this crazy resume. She worked in marketing for luxury houses like Rolex, AP, Montblanc, L'Oreal. She's an architect. She graduated from the University of Manchester. She says, I take instructions from daddy and I execute. She said, I am his left and right hand. Some say he micromanages, but he knows all the ins and outs of the business. People say they're the same, just both super stubborn, unafraid, confrontational, super good with business, both into flying helicopters. They're both pilots, okay? But there is a big problem, something that could jeopardize the entire family. And he needs to, Cecil Chow is getting Gigi ready to take over his company, but he needs to fix this problem before she can be the face. And he has to let everybody know that he's planning for this future. Cecil Chow hosts this impromptu press conference. And he's got all the press involved. And he announces that he has a new position open. Any man can apply from anywhere in the world. The pay, the compensation for this position is a one-time payment of $65 million. One-time payment. The job in question is to be the husband to his daughter and heiress to billions of dollars, Gigi Chow.
Yeah, she's a trophy husband, right? Essentially. Like, why wouldn't anyone like go over there like, hello, trophy husband, 65 million? Possibly get more money from that because now you're married? Question mark.
When was this?
This was a few years ago.
What?
And the conditions, there's really no conditions. People are asking, okay, well, how do we qualify for this role? Because I want $65 million. And he says, I don't care if her future husband is rich or poor. The important thing is he is generous and kind-hearted and that she loves you and you like her.
It's very simple. Gigi must love him, and he must like Gigi.
She loves you and you like her?
Yeah, people are like, wait, what? And in return, the new son-in-law is going to receive $65 million in cash, cold hard cash.
Okay.
Even the matchmaker will get money. They say, hey, maybe you're not the one, but if you know someone that's going to be a match for Gigi Chow, he's going to pay you the equal amount of $65 million. $65 million to the matchmaker, $65 million to the future husband. He's willing to give out $130 million in total for his daughter to get married. That's all he wants. Just this one thing for his daughter to get married. Eventually, he just ends the press conference, not providing...
I'm assuming it's just because like he's going to give the company over to her, right? But it's only a matter of time before she isn't able to have children. So like there's not going to be anyone to take over after her. Like, so he wants to get her a husband so that someone can take over after she's done having control of the company. It's not like, I don't think it's like malicious or anything. Because usually in these situations, like, oh, I want to have an heir, like a son or something to do this. But no, it's like he wants her to be in control because obviously she's what we're saying, she's the smartest, best out of all his children. And I'm assuming the other two, or there's two of the sons, right? Or it doesn't really matter how many. The other children are just not up to snuff like she is. So he probably doesn't even want their children to take over. So he wants her to take over, but then she needs a child and then take over after her, and then so on and so forth. So he needs to just find her a trophy husband to just continue on, I guess, question mark. That's just what I'm assuming why he wants her to desperately have a husband. Because why else would she need one other than to, have a child to take over after she's done?
Any details on, like, what the fuck, sir? Are you all right in the head? Have you gone bonkers? He just speeds off in his Rolls Royce. He literally gets in his Rolls Royce and drives off. Most major news outlets are commenting, and even netizens are saying, Cecil, it sounds like you're trying to sell your daughter. What's going on? The news was actually so outrageous, it went international. Hong Kong real estate tycoon Billionaire begs any man to marry his daughter for $65 million. Within a few days, over 20,000 love letters, friend requests, emails, packages are sent to poor Gigi Chow. Gigi had to hire a full-time staff member to delete emails so that she could actually get to her work emails because someone found her work email address and they were just sending letters. All from men who wanted to marry her without knowing a single thing about her. There were so many random people getting involved. Gay men that clearly did not care for her were applying for the position.
What?
George Clooney's body double stuntman lookalike was like, hey, baby. You can be the Amal to my Clooney. Yeah. A lot of them were sending videos trying to get Gigi to fall for them.
I'm not very hairy. I like Taylor Swift and romantic comedies.
I could love you long time for $65 million.
I don't know
Jesus Christ.
if these men know what it means to be attractive to women, because I've never, not once, ever thought, why can't a man talk to me about how good he is at everything, wearing nothing but a robe with his chest hair sticking out, drinking, holding a cup of coffee in front of his work from home station.
Isn't it like, I mean, all these guys, you think these guys are just like memeing, right? They're just joking. The depiction she just gave, you know, robe, chest hair out, coffee, just makes me think of Hugh Hefner, which I mentioned before. And this guy is essentially a Chinese Hugh Hefner. So is this like a just deep cut meme of this guy was cosplaying Hugh Hefner as like a joke to like be with this woman? But because you assume you're never going to be chosen, so you're just doing it for the jokes, for the laughs.
Is right there on the desk. It's like one of those standing desks.
This is a marriage proposal from me, George, to you.
Like, this is a joke. Come on, are we really going to take this seriously? This is just a joke. I was expecting it to be more button up, like just only this section would be open, but this is just full on, just fully open robe.
Gigi Chow.
Another man
Wait,
just
so you're saying you don't like that?
if you do it, if you
Right.
do it right.
Look, you could get into it.
I could.
Okay,
I
got
could.
it.
I've seen you in a robe. I've seen your chest hairs. Another guy is just like, I'm just gonna woo you. It's just a really bad audition for a bachelorette. One man decided videos are not the way to a woman's heart. Women like reading. So therefore, consequentially, I shall write a new erotic fiction about her every single day for 5 months. 150 new plots, 150 new positions, 150 new reasons to be placed on a government watch list. He was writing fanfic
Sending it to her every day.
for 5 months.
Oh my.
But the best one,
a
in
long
my
time.
personal opinion, was a submission from a woman in China. And she was
Oh.
offering up her own husband.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do for the 65 million. But I'm assuming, I don't know if she understands like what this entails, right? I'm assuming this is for, you know, offspring purposes, question mark.
Yeah, she said, first of all,
Like, is she like talking up about the husband or like talking it down?
no, talking up, like, please, just
You're such a good catch.
incredible. I mean, that's why I think you should also experience what I've experienced. And honestly, you don't even have to pay him, pay me. Just take him. Just get him out of his house. People were gathering outside the office building. Men had flown in from Asia, Europe, a few from Africa, just to pledge their undying love for Gigi. They said, Gigi, I have never met a woman. I have never, ever just spoken to a woman so special. I've never felt what I have felt about anyone other than you. Sir,
I'm confused on like how the dad thought this would be a good idea, just because he said he wants her to love him. He didn't say that he had to love her. He just said he has to like her, but she has to love him. As like, I don't know how he expected anyone to actually come out of this in a way that actually ends up in love. Question mark. Because this is clearly not the way to do it if you're trying to have some sort of like actual romance here with love and in it, right? This is all just for the 65 million.
I'm her assistant. That's Gigi. That's the vibe. Truly, everyone is saying that she's incredibly charming. And then all of the journalists, they're confused. You know, it's comical.
Like, honestly, shoot your shot, right?
Would you shoot your shot?
If I'm single, yeah. Oh, no. I would not. I don't even know what she looks like.
Is that what she looks like?
Oh, no.
Hey, what if you marry her and we go halfsies? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're not her style.
Okay.
Yeah, just you wait, okay? All the journalists, mainstream media, they're actually confused because it doesn't seem like Gigi Chow needs help finding a husband. Because I think some people were thinking maybe something's wrong with her. Maybe she has a sour-ass personality and no guy wants to be around her and she's just an evil queen. But everybody's...
You'd assume it's just she's too. It's not that she's a bad person. It's just she's too much, right? Her dad's probably the richest person in Hong Kong. She's possibly the richest woman in Hong Kong. Smartest question mark woman in Hong Kong. Most successful woman in Hong Kong. It's just like, wow, this person is too I don't know how do I want to say this. I just literally don't know how I want to put this. She's overqualified as a significant other, and you assume everyone else feels that they're underqualified, so they're not even going to try, right? If that's like if she hasn't really found anyone or husband, or who knows if she's even had boyfriends, I assume that's why. It's because no one feels qualified to be with her? Question mark.
He says that she's incredibly charming and almost disturbingly down to earth. That's what a journalist said about her. She's so down to earth. The journalist interviewed Gigi Chao on Gigi Chao's helicopter that Gigi Chao was flying. Okay, she gave the journalist a helicopter tour of Hong Kong.
Not really down to earth, I would say.
Yeah, but the journalists, I don't know if they were paid. They were like, she's so down to earth. Anyway, as we were walking up to the private jet, okay, so then they were flying over their mansion.
No, like physically, they're not down to earth.
What's wrong with you? They're flying over Villa Cecil, their mansion in Hong Kong. You can even see it in the helicopter. That's how big it is. And she goes, wave to daddy. To the journalist. And so they're just waving to Villa Cecil. And she dips down and she points at the personal helipad on the property. And she says, I usually land over there. This is my usual landing spot. But they said that she's very down to earth. She's a pilot and she flies her dad. Everyone says the two of them, they bicker like little friends. The 70-year-old dad doesn't like to be flown by anyone but Gigi. So she'll be driving around in the helicopter and she says, you know, it's actually pretty challenging to drive with him. He'll just tell me to land in the middle of crowds. I'll be like, no, daddy, we can't do that. And he'll all be like, come on, Gigi, it's fine. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah, I kind of like that she's very upfront about being a Nepo baby. It makes me like her a little bit more. In one interview, she says, as soon as I could formulate a thought, I knew I was special. Because back
Didn't she said she's not a Nepo baby? I mean, sure, but she also just said like she did a lot by herself, so.
then, the whole city of Hong Kong, there were only a handful of Rolls Royces in the whole city. Her dad had one of them. And so people would just stare as they drove around. And she said, everywhere we went, people would literally drop what they were doing and take pictures, you know, and watch the car go by. I actually found that very uncomfortable.
That's why I just...
I wouldn't even been able to point out a Rolls Royce in public, let alone, I mean, care, but still. She's shown pictures, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll remember what they look like now, but if one drove by me on the road, would not even bat an eye, because I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even care.
Just only flying.
She also drops these gems about her life. She'll be in the middle of a conversation and go, I spoke to Elon when he came to Hong Kong, and he said Hong Kong was his most successful business story. I scrutinized him and I asked him about his technology. You know, he's actually kind of a nice person. She also says that she's much more humbler than her dad. Her dad is the one that's into Rolls Royces, Bentleys. She, on the other hand, drives a Tesla Roadster original model. There's only 2,400 of them out there in this world.
2,400? I don't know, I feel like that's still a lot. Question mark. I'm just not... I'm not a car guy, so none of that stuff really matters to me. Also, Elon keeps getting brought up in these videos recently. I mean, it's mainly me, but now she's bringing him up. Because I keep bringing up with, like, you know, the Elon Musk of China, yada yada yada. The Elon Musk tangent about him killing monkeys. Oops, hit the desk there, my bad. And whatnot. But now we just literally have a story of him coming to Hong Kong for some reason. Though, I could create a fake forced tangent here and be like, hey, you know what Elon Musk likes doing in his free time? Playing video games. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to go and have a radical break and go play Into the Radius so that we can manifest becoming a billionaire like Elon Musk. I'm just joking around, but obviously I think this is a good spot to have a radical break. I mean, we're just talking about Elon, right? No one cares about Elon, so we can go ahead and have that sick radical break. I need to make like an intro outro for that. I haven't touched Blender in a long time though, so I don't know what I would even do. Like where I would even start on what I would want the radical break intro outro to be. It'd probably be just the same thing, but yeah, I don't know. Because it's like fading to or just cutting to me being in VR is like a jarring, right? So I would need like a intermission actual video to play. I just don't know what I would make. Oh, what I could make. Like what scenery I could do. Because you know, we have all the other ones. We have, you know, the intro, which is the graveyard. Intro, outro is the graveyard. I have a BRB, which is like a ramen shop on the riverside. The starting soon, which is for like a live streaming, so I could just like start the stream and not be here for a while. That's in a LGS, aka a local game store. So the store that sells like novelty board games, trading card games, stuff like that. That's what a local game store is. It just sells stuff like that, miniatures and whatnot. So that's what my like starting soon screen is. So I would have to make like a brand new thing for these intermissions. Anyways, let's go ahead and go check out into the radius for a quick second. I mean, it depends on how long this mission's going to be, how long the video's actually, that section's going to be, but yeah, time for a radical break. Alright, we are here into the radius. We're just in our like little house here. Let's see, full body. If you can even see that. I think the casting can actually see a lot. So we're probably just gonna get into it. You can just like figure it out as you go. There's a lot of like weird stuff like this. Like you can actually play the guitar, I think, if you wanted to. We just have this mission here of finding this yellow photo. So we're just gonna go out into the Badlands. I don't know what to call it. You can see here the map. Global map, maybe. Global map, please. Yeah, it's just too small now, but yeah, we're just gonna be heading out. We're gonna be going this way. Let me get out of here. We're just... Is it here? Yeah, we can see. This is our backpack. You can just like put it down, it just floats there. And you can just put stuff in here. Like anything you can put in there just floats in there, so you can like literally just put it anywhere. There's some cigarettes and stuff, that's just nothing, and you need to eat at some point. Some mags, you can see some magazines all here. Pistol down here in our pocket down there, you can kind of see. What do I have here? Oh, this thing that, we need this to find artifacts. We need this to find anomalies. This is just a knife there. I think this is the time, which it's late. This is like 7 o'clock, right? I think we kind of want it to be late, so... Just so it can be spookier. I haven't been out at nighttime yet, so that's okay. Oh no, it's still bright outside. This might be 7. Could have sworn it's getting late. How much food do I have? I have 2 candy bars and this energy drink. Oh yeah, we have shotgun on our right shoulder there. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. The problem is that I changed the encoding on my OBS a long time ago to save space, because it takes way too long to upload. So, I changed that a long time ago. I increased the audio on OBS's side, so hopefully you're actually going to hear me now, but hopefully I'm not, like, blowing the speakers out. I only moved it up, like, 5 decibels, so hopefully that's fine. Well, I mean, it is pretty dark outside, so that's kind of what I wanted. Where do I have the flashlight at? Do I even have it on me, or is it only in the bag? It's in the bag. I have to take it out. Take the safety off of that. Let me turn it back on. We're not doing anything. Before there was like a thing over there. That little white stuff is an anomaly. Yeah, the only kind of like creeps I've seen in this game so far have been these weird black abstract guys. There's nothing over here now though. I'm gonna have to put this away actually, because I need to make a room. I don't think I need the binocular thing, so I'm gonna put that away. Put this on my chest. I wish I had a light that let me see. Well, these things down there are health, by the way. But let's just take a cigarette as well. I don't condone smoking, by the way. It's just, this is fake, so it doesn't really matter. It's just silly to do this. I don't know if this gives off light either. Maybe it does. I think we're good. That's ammo up there. Fine. This is our health and our stamina as well. Oh, I need That's what I needed to do this. Okay, so we're here, and we need to go over there. It's that way? Oof, this thing has a light on it, right? Yeah. So yeah, we need to go that way. Is it letting this? It stays on. Probably don't want that to stay on. Again, I don't condone smoking. Don't smoke, kids. Digitally smoke all you want. Just don't smoke in real life. I don't know if you can even see that cigarette. Oh, I don't think you can. I mean, you can see it if I do this, right? But you can't see it in my mouth. Oh, don't want that. Which way was it going? This way? Oh, there's walls here. I guess we could go around that way. I think we don't want to get hit by that. Which that's what these things are for. It's just like to throw like a bullet casing to activate the anomaly so you can know where it's at. Oh, I can actually pick this up. I'm at my desk right now, so I don't have a lot of room to move my hands around. I'm just gonna hold on to this. Actually got my hands stuck in, there we go, my headphones. I wonder if I can crouch through that. I'm assuming this is a explosive because it's a propane tank. Okay, there we go. So it'd probably cause a lot of noise, so put that down. Down. There's a thing, the anomaly. So a little bit more that way. Oh, this is like a train track here. I wonder if I can jump in this game. I don't think I can. Why is there no monsters? I've only seen like one guy. And it's still spooky, but... Oh, there's a... Is that something? I don't think so. How deep that crater is. Just put this here. Okay, I don't think there's anything there. Because you don't want to walk into these anomalies. I don't know what they do to you, but you don't want to find out, right? You can kind of just see them though, so it's not like they really are that big of a deal. I guess we can maybe keep checking. Yeah, it's nothing. Nope. Just have my hand out. But I'm just like holding my hand out in front of me like a weirdo. I think it's 9:20 right now. It's a bit bright for 9:20. I don't know what that is. Can I get my gun? Shoot. I have not seen one of these before. Oh my gosh, got it. I cannot get this thing. Oh, I need to load it. This thing might actually get me. Oh, can I grab my gun, please? Okay, he's stuck down there for now. Oh, did I actually drop my gun? I think I actually dropped it. It's like really hard to reload. What's my health? My health is not doing too good. I forgot how to reload this thing. It's a problem. I'm just gonna run for now. Okay, that's what happens when you run into an anomaly. Not fast. If they think it's fast. No, it's not. still laughed at me. Probably should have tried to remember how to reload this thing. How do you reload this? There we go. Did it back off? Oh no, we got one of these guys' snouts. Yeah. Kid's dead. I need to go get my pistol if I did in fact drop it. That squiggly guy was a problem. Did I use both of these? There we go. Okay, we're gonna take the time to deal with this. I think it's the red ones, right? Is there another thing on that? Because it's so dark I can't tell if there's another bullet thing there. Let's put you back. Now, did I lose my pistol? I did. It's not down there. I gotta go find it on the ground. It was over here, right? Don't tell me I lost that. Because I don't know where it would even landed at. Like this option to turn on stuff on the ground, so it's highlighted. Yeah, I don't see it. That sucks. I don't want to just have to use shotgun. If you see it, I'm sorry. I literally don't see it on the ground here. That sucks. I'm gonna have to like find a pistol out there. Yeah, I should just not be out at nighttime. It's the thing. Where's that? There it is. We're like far, like we're getting there, but like we're pretty far. I didn't expect to get jumped by a squiggly squid thing like that. Health is fine. It's not that far actually. Like it's just, you can see us moving. We're getting there pretty close, but pretty fast. Does this actually shine light on us? I don't think it does. I can't tell if that's like a train or not. It's so dark. I was gonna say, don't say I lost the flashlight too. Just making sure. Is this on? I think it just makes sounds. Like get next to anything important. This thing there. Probably should just check. There's nothing. Crouch real quick. I hear like weird buzzing. Okay. Oh, there's a guy there. I can see the legs moving there. I wish I had the pistol. It's coming over here, because of course it is. Do I even want to make attempts to stab this? It will hit me. If I make an attempt to melee this. Get close and then back up. I see it's gonna hit me. There we go. I just didn't want to make any noise. Oh, what the heck? Getting shot at? I didn't realize there was like people that could shoot me. Is that actually like a human? There's something there. I was not expecting gunfire. Is that a person? There's an artifact around here. Is that my imagination or what? Like, in-game, like, was I, like, losing sanity or something? That's, like, story person over there, that white image. We want to go talk to her. There's nothing there. Can I open this door? I don't think I can. I gotta go around? Where's the doorknob? There's this thing, but yeah, no, the door doesn't open. I'm gonna have to go around. Something's, I would say something's there. I can hear it. Can't see it though, even with the flashlight. Like it's crouching. Yeah, there it is. It's just a black blob, but door's open there. Where did he go? Okay, well he's... Okay, so he's around. Oh, they actually talk. You hear that? He said, "Where are you?" Cannot see anything. You can hear him walking out there. I might actually die. Ah, I died. What is this? Loudly. I guess I got killed, so it's like reset me out. Heck. I'm still alive. Why did it do that in the middle of gameplay? Hello? Oh, I grabbed a shotgun. That's not what I wanted. Oh, I lost the freaking flashlight over there. I'm so annoyed that it freaking glitched out like that. I cannot see anything. What is that? It's 1. Is that this, whatever that is? And this has got the radius? I think that's what the radius is. I don't know, I keep doing it. I still haven't figured out how to play this correctly. Some weird stuff going on over there. Okay, my health is fine now. Just gonna have one of these for the sake of it. Give me that. Oh, I'm out of buckshot. Do I want to keep this box or no? I don't know. Even though it's empty. Not having a flashlight sucks. I don't know what this thing even does. It does this, but I don't know what that does other than just particle effects, right? I'm gonna have to have this lighter. Do I have candy down there? I think I have... What do I have down here? Yeah, food. It's tuna. Can of tuna. Grab it. Firmly grasp it. Just wish I had some light. Because I had to put the shotgun away. Shoot. Health is full. I just can't see this guy. It's too dark. I think he's reloading. You can see him right there. He's walking towards us. I don't think I have the knife, do I? I don't have the knife. Sucks. Let's think this would be so difficult. That was 2 shots. I wanted to kill him once. Why they can just flip it up like you would realistically in real life?
No, you're gonna break it. Stop.
No clue what's saying that. I'm happy that it came out here at nighttime, so that it'd actually be spooky. There we go. I could not see him. What's over there? Okay, I think we just need to get out of here because I have nothing left now. I can try to get inside the building, but... Nice. What is doing damage to me? I guess I can't go in there. Shoot. I dropped the lighter in the ground there. Guys there. I lost the lighter. I did not think this would be this rough. This is literally the second mission of the game. So I can't go in there because I was taking damage. I don't have any more health. And guy with a gun over here is just taking shots. Let's just see if we can just hurry and get in here. There's the other flashlight, but we already have a new one. I've rigged this. Will you say something? Yeah.
Huh? Where's the film was here just now. I need to develop it while the back room is free. Oh, God, you will hate me if I don't bring it back.
Stuff on the walls removes itself when I flash it. Almost dead. This stuff to go away. But this stuff does damage to you. I think that counted as me dying. Yeah. The stuff on the walls, really? Oh well, we can just go back to the beginning. Oh, there's autosaves. Where is this autosave at? I think I'll just go back to the beginning and then that'll be it for the video. I mean, we couldn't complete the mission, but that was still cool. Because that actually got kind of spooky, right? I wasn't expecting, that tentacle thing to be there. Now next time I know I should probably take more. Because we only have what... I guess I don't really have a lot of shots to take. What really sucked was losing this. Like, if I had this, then everything would have been fine. I think the ground's kind of glitchy. Like, I'm not saying these games are perfect. This one just seemed to have like a lot of bugs, specifically with the floor, like stuff falling through the floor. Like you saw there with the lighter, like literally fell through the floor and I couldn't get it back. Oh well, nothing can be done with that. We need more health stuff, but I only have the 2. Like I only have these 2, so we're just like destined to die there, unfortunately. These are these tracer things so you can detect anomalies. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this radical break, even though we were unsuccessful at getting the thing that we wanted. Like we couldn't find the thing in the mission, but that's fine. Why is it freaking out like that thing? Before we go, we can have some cake. And we'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming, if I can find the button in real life to cut. Alright, we are back. I know you were talking about Elon Musk the last time we were here. Just so that we can remember what was happening, because I still remember. I mean, it hasn't been that long, right? It was like, what, 20 minutes? But yeah, that was pretty okay, pretty spooky. I just wish I was like better prepared for that. Because we could have easily won that if I hadn't lost the pistol at one point remembered how to reload the shotgun. I fumbled with that for a while. That squiggly thing, though, was way too strong. Like, really? Just take... It felt like he took too many shotgun blasts, but I think I was probably just missing. But at the end there, the guy with a gun, I just couldn't see him either. I think even if with a flashlight, we couldn't really see him. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, that was Into the Radius. Again, pretty cool game. Pretty spooky, right? Got spooky at the end. I didn't know if it was going to get spooky or not, but it was pretty okay. I wasn't expecting all the voices like in the background, because I feel like it's like remnants of things people had said, right? It's all anomalous stuff, so it's just voices of people who are probably dead, right? At that point. Anyways, though, back to her talking about Elon Musk.
Wow.
She said she's also more of a Brompton bike to work type of person. So I was like, what the fuck is that?
Well, I guess technically talking about the daughter at this point.
Of them out there in this world.
Wow.
She said she's also more of a Brompton bike to work type of person. So I was like, what the fuck is that? I mean, bike to work, that sounds pretty humble. I'm sorry, I looked this bike up. It's $2,000 for a bicycle.
Oh, she rides a like expensive bicycle
A
to work?
$2,000 bicycle. Now, this proposal comes out and people are confused. I mean, she's not the most humble person, but she's very likable. She's very charming. How can she not find a husband? The thing is, after her dad makes this proposal, we find out Gigi Chow is not looking to get married. In fact, she's already married.
Then what was the point? Question mark. Never mind then. Like, why is he doing this then? I was like, okay, maybe he wants her to have an heir for the future. So when she's done taking care of the business, her offspring would. But she already has a husband. Like, what's the point? Hello?
Why the fuck does he want to find a husband for her? Because she's married to a woman. Literally.
Okay.
So he goes, why don't you go find some guys? I don't really care for that.
Gigi Chow met Sean, ironically, when she was trying to buy a watch for Father's Day. And it's alleged that Sean's family is the owner of the Ball Watch Company. They're owned by the Eves family, and Sean is the daughter of the Eves or something like that. And it seems to be the case because Gigi said, Sean and I met through the introduction of a mutual friend on Father's Day. I wanted to get my dad a watch. Her being an expert, we spoke on the phone and she advised me on some good choices. The friendship stuck. We fell in love. We've been together for 7 years, grew accustomed to each other. Sean and I reached a point where she really wanted to make it official. So one day I came home. They live together. And she suggested that we should get married. And of course I said yes.
This is 7 years after?
Yes.
The dad's like, I need my daughter to marry someone?
Yes, they date
Like, I was not expecting this to be the angle.
for 7 years. They get married. 5 months later, the dad is like, I'm looking for a husband for
No
my daughter
way.
for $65 million.
Oh my.
That kind of is like an M. Night Shyamalan twist for me, because I was not going to expect that at all. I mean, sure, we had a radical break for however long that lasted, but like, I would not have just expected freaking that to be the reason, not the reason why, but like to be the scenario at all. Like she's already married, and she's married to a girl.
Oh my God.
The two already live together. They bought 2 Yorkshire Terriers, 2 little fucking Yorkies together. They started a business together. They're married. But same-sex marriage is not legal in Hong Kong, so they go to Paris to get married. So after getting married in Paris, Gigi goes home to show her parents the album of her wedding photos, straight up just like pulling out her iPad, swiping photos in silence. Dad, I'm really happy with her. I'm really happy. Now, mind you, he knows that Gigi is gay. He'd been knew. Like, they knew since she was a teenager. And he's just like, yeah, no, this is very, very wrong. Yeah, we're laughing because it's crazy, okay? He says that and then acts like none of this happened. He's like, no, you're not married, not in my mind. And then a few days later, press conference. I'm looking for a husband for my daughter.
6'5".
Yes,
Blue eyes.
finance, okay? It's just crazy. When it gets brought up, they just tell her, you're never gonna be accepted into Hong Kong high society. You cannot run this company, you can't do it. It's gonna make your life hard, okay? So
Isn't she already accepted in high society and running the company? What?
no, you're not gay. What? There will be a resolution, okay? But the reason that this whole thing blows up, it's alleged that Gigi wanted to just keep their marriage on the down low. Their friends, their family know. There's no reason to make it public, considering Gigi is a public figure, right? And her father's business is so closely tied to the whole family. But Sean makes a public interview and just drops that she and Gigi got married. And I don't know. Gigi looks a little bit uncomfortable in the interview, but like, what do I know? She could just be nervous.
Yeah, she just looked kind of upset, but I don't think... I'm assuming it's just because of her dad, and not necessarily because of her significant other. I don't know.
But some sources allege that she had no clue that Sean was going to say that night to the public and announce that they were married, so her dad retaliated and then posted the proposal. Anyway, Gigi said that after finding out that she was gay, because nobody really knew, a lot of her friends suddenly came down with a sudden case of onset homophobia. She said they suddenly got evangelical with her and threw Bible verses at her.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but she's known that she's gay since, quote, before she could articulate much in terms of language. Like, she's always known she's gay. And her whole
It's kind of like ironic that I was using the term exceeding biblical greed, since we were just talking about Evangelion there.
coming out story was so traumatizing. She was 13. She had this girl over from school, and the two of them were in her room with the door closed. Eventually, the girl leaves, and her mom just casually asked Gigi, what were you guys doing in there? Gigi felt compelled to share her life with her mom and said, Mom, that girl, I think I love her. And her mom calmly walks over to the cupboards in the kitchen with Gigi and just grabs her head and bangs her head onto the kitchen cabinet, basically trying to bonk the gay out of her.
The mom?
The mom!
Whoa.
And then after
Where is the mom now? I'm guessing maybe she's not around because, I mean, the guy's 80, so...
she got whack-a-moled by her own mother, her mom just calls Gigi's dad, the man that she's no longer together with. Her mom and her dad are not together, but shares Gigi with and calmly states, hey, your daughter is gay. Which, by the way... your parents do this too. If I do something that my mom is proud of, suddenly it's my daughter, my daughter. If I do something that disappoints my mom, suddenly she's calling my dad saying, your daughter. And I'm like, baby. She's like, hey, your daughter is gay. And Cecil just says, no. That's it. Yeah, and they never brought it up again. They acted like it never happened. But Gigi is like, okay, you guys be in denial. This is me, and it's been me for as long as I can remember. But the strangest reaction to the news going public has to be her dad. He goes, he offers his daughter up for sale. Basically, the qualifications are so low. People are asking, are you sure? Do you have any qualifications? Like, do they need to go to a certain college? And he said, no, truly, he must like my daughter, and my daughter must love you. And there were so many men emailing Gigi saying, I can't wait to straighten you out. Yeah, they said they were going to cure her from her ailment. Now, side note, she has dated men in the past, and she said, the idea that a man could persuade me now to return to a heterosexual relationship, I think if we were stuck in the ice age, penicillin wasn't invented, and people died when they were 30, I could maybe put up with marrying a man and creating children. People say life is too short, but life is really, genuinely very long. She said, too long to be f***ing around with a dude, okay? Yeah, she said, absolutely not.
Wow.
She said, I am going to live past the age of 30. That's where I draw the line. Cecil even held another press conference to state, guys, she's not actually gay, okay? She's not. He says that he's desperate looking for a good husband to take her off his hands. $65 million. Come on, guys. Many netizens and journalists were concerned that if Gigi didn't end up marrying a man, she would be disowned and thrown away as the heir of the company, to which she basically said, oh, I'm not scared. She said, yeah, my dad could do that if he wanted. I have inherited my dad's charm and his nerves of steel and his ability to get along with people. If I inherit nothing more than those traits that he has given me, I'm perfectly happy with.
Wow.
She said she could easily make a living, no big deal.
Dang.
Yeah. When asked if she's mad about all of this, she says, not really. In fact, I wasn't angry at all. I was really quite touched. Very touched. And how should I say, moved by my daddy's announcement. By the way.
Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, it's so weird, the relationship, because it seems like they have a really good relationship, but then despite her lifestyle, question mark, which doesn't make any sense. Like her choices. That, like, how are y'all still so good when he pretends that you're not gay? Like, what? And how are you still acting like this despite him trying to sell you off?
Okay, this is the most unhinged thing, right? It comes public that she's gay and she's married to a woman. Then her dad goes public with this proposal. And then they're having these little back and forths, right? But it's weird because in some interviews, she's sitting right next to her daddy. And she's saying this.
Saying what?
She's like, I wasn't angry at all. And her dad is like right there.
What's the dad reaction?
He's just sitting there like, it is what it is. I mean, I had to, basically.
What?
Yeah.
This is so strange.
It's so strange. It's really weird. They have so many problems, but they just go to work and they keep it professional. She said it's really...
Is she just like a daddy's girl, question mark? Despite him not approving?
really his way of saying, baby girl, I love you and you deserve more. But maybe, yeah, maybe Gigi is so understanding because he's just such a traditional man. You know, as a man who has never been married before and has 3 children from 3 different women and has stated multiple times to journalists that he's had 10,000 girlfriends in his lifetime. He's called the #1 playboy of Hong Kong. How can you really call this man a traditional man? Cecil told his 2 sons that dating earlier is better, okay? One of his sons came home from break because they study abroad because they're rich, right? And he starts living with Cecil in Villa Cecil in the glass fingerprint house. And Cecil is observing his offspring. Is he worthy of inheriting billions of dollars? Let's find out. One thing he notices is the son goes out like 7 times a day. He'll go out, he'll come back in. He'll go out, he'll come back in. He's going out for lunch, going out for boba, coming back in, back and forth, back and forth. Each time, a different girl.
Oh.
A different girl.
Okay.
Cecil said the pride in his chest was busting out. He said, I thought, wow, he's even better than me when I was his age. Yeah.
What is...
Again, so exhausting. Like how, just hearing that, that's so exhausting. Having to go out, go on a date and do who knows what, who knows where, and then go back home, then leave, then go back home, then leave, then go back home. Like, Jesus Christ.
What is going on?
She says, you know, when I think about marriage, it always frightens me. Do you want to have a whole forest or just 1 flower?
1 flower? Of course. What kind of dumb question is that?
One of his favorite things to do on a free weekend is to head to his yacht with young 19-year-old girls in bikinis on either side of him, and his daughter Gigi flies them onto the yacht helipad in her helicopter. They'll be on the yacht in the middle of the ocean, and the dad will be like, hey, there's this 20-year-old girl in a bikini waiting on shore. Gigi will hop in the helicopter, go pick her up, and then drop her off on the yacht.
This is so strange.
Yeah.
This is so weird.
I don't know if I would want to become a pilot just to become a chauffeur for my dad and his 19-year-old girlfriends, but that is my own personal opinion, okay? He's throwing massive pool parties at his villa for the 20 women that are spending the night with him. That's why he has a 10-foot wide circular bed. I think circular beds are better for multiplayer sports. Because it seems like everyone that does a lot of multiplayer sports, they have circular beds.
10 foot. That's huge.
Yeah.
10 foot.
I mean, it's almost the size of some people's rooms, right? Like some people's rooms, if they have like a small room, is 10 feet. Probably like a 10 feet by 10 feet. So it is kind of big. Also, we're using the term multiplayer sports. So I'm guessing this is after the video where they first started using that as like a descriptor for some guy. I forgot who it was.
Did we get somewhere?
No, I'm just envisioning how big that is.
Oh yeah, one happy sleepover. All of them are his girlfriends. Cecil Chow is not just against getting married. He wants to date as many women as possible. And he seems on track for it because, like I said, 10,000 women, and he thinks that's a filtered number. He says that's a low estimate. Now, people did the math, but assuming he started dating at 30 years old, this averages out to 172 girlfriends a year, which really means if he's only dating one girl at a time, each relationship lasts for a little over 2 days. But sometimes he'll change his girlfriend 4 times in one day. Now, Cecil is clearly not a loyal man. Sometimes he's willing to date multiple women. Oftentimes, even at events or parties or just walking around town, he has 2 women on his side. One time in 2010, he served as a judge for the National Chinese Beauty Pageant because who else would be a better judge, right? But after judging them, he invites 19 of the beauty pageant contestants back to his mansion to eat dinner, except there's one rule. You can only eat dinner in your bikini. F that rule, okay? First of all, I hate that rule because when I go to the pool, and after you get out of the pool, you gotta eat some watermelon and like all the little popsicles on the side and the sodas. I be wrapping a towel right under my boob. Okay, no. Who sits there raw dogging, eating a meal in a bikini? I think that's crazy to me. That is wild to my brain, okay? It's so ridiculous that the media starts reporting how he's just acting like a king, selecting a concubine. But when this starts blowing up, Cecil addresses the media and says, I'm not ashamed. I hope my sons will be just like me. Because the greatest happiness comes from women. There are photos of Cecil Chow just staring openly at a girl's chest. Okay, so he's wearing sunglasses. Because sometimes when you wear sunglasses.
I mean, is he even staring at her chest? I mean, I guess so, but it's just the top part. I mean, it's not like her chest. It's just the, the rib part of her chest, question mark. But I mean, he is just staring at her chest, even if you can't see anything.
Sunglasses, you feel like no one can see what you're looking at, right?
Yeah.
His face is basically shoved in her cleavage and he's just staring. So I don't know what he thinks he's hiding, but it's Cecil, we know, okay? And he's in his late 80s now and dating a 19-year-old. There's one where he's dating a 30-year-old and there's pictures of them wearing couples outfits. Anyway, it's just a little bit crazy. He also has his girlfriends work for him in the office. 5 to 10 of his office workers are girlfriends at the same time. At first, a lot of employees were upset about it, but they, quote, came around. Listen, I don't know, but the argument was they're intelligent, they're good looking, and they send me information day and night. Doing business in China is challenging.
Wait, what is he talking about?
I guess he's saying like it's hard to trust people when you're doing business in China, but I can trust my 10,000 girlfriends. They never fail me.
Ah.
Yeah, it seems like he wants people that he trusts in the office. Cecil now is 86, and his recent girlfriend, I think,
Oh, 86, Jesus.
30. So yeah, which Gigi is a good sport about all of this. She's pretty chill about the whole thing. She just says, we laugh about it. He's really happy that he's slept with 10,000 women. I mean, he definitely sees it as a good thing. Yeah. And she hits back and she says, since my dad thinks it's so easy for me to switch from gay to straight, I should just leave it for him to demonstrate. I think I'll marry a man when he marries a man.
Oof. Though you could argue if how hereditary things are. I mean, not really. We're just gonna make a joke here and not really base it on too much science because we don't really know. But what if his love for women is so strong that got passed down to his daughter, and that's why his daughter likes women, right? Because you see the sons are still doing the same thing, except they're just dating a bunch of people, but she was just born gay. What if that's because their father is just so obsessed with women that got passed down to her? She is just choosing one, though, instead of, doing what they're doing.
I love her. One netizen jokes, she loves her father so much, she will only marry the same gender her father does. True admiration. Okay.
I mean, not exactly what I said, but close.
But she continues to roast her dad, saying, in a world, a man can have 5 wives, so why can't there be a woman who doesn't love a man? He's not the most traditional guy either. Why can't she just live her life? Gigi finally responds online with an open...
Is this like a Wong Honk situation where he's openly beefed with his dad online?
Letter to her father. So at this point, she's doing interviews with her dad. But then she's like, you know what? I'm going to put an end to it. We're going to cut this, okay? Dear Daddy, I thought the timing was right for us to have a candid conversation. You are one of the most mentally astute, energetic, yet well-mannered, hardworking people this humble earth has ever known. She's so smart. She's so smart starting her letter like this.
Yeah.
Your confidence, quick wit, and charisma brightens any room you enter. I love you very much, and I think I can speak for my brothers also, that we have the utmost respect for you as a father and role model in business. As your daughter, I would want nothing more than to make you happy. But in terms of relationships, your expectations of me and the reality of who I am are not coherent. I've had male lovers in the past, and I've had happy, albeit short-lived relationships. I found myself temporarily happy with men, happy by the freshness, the attention, the interest of someone physically stronger than myself, but it was always short-lived, as I quickly lost patience and felt an undescribable discomfort in their presence.
Oof. I don't know what she means exactly by that, but I've had that. unfortunate feeling with people I've been with before, questionable person I've been with before because they were a terrible person, but
The way she's just fucking roasting men in this letter is so good. Like, she didn't have to do all of that, but she said, I'm coming for all of them. She said, they usually made me frustrated, and I would yearn for my freedom again. I've broken a few hearts of good, honest, and loving men, and I'm sorry that it had to be so. But with Sean, a woman, somehow it was different. I'm comfortable and satisfied with my life and completely at ease with her. I know it's difficult for you to understand how I could even feel romantically attracted to a woman. I suppose I can't really explain it either. It just happens peacefully and gently, and after so many years, we still love each other very much. I'm sorry to mislead you to think I was only in a lesbian relationship because there was a shortage of good, suitable men in Hong Kong. So it seems like she told her dad, oh, there's like no good men here anyway. And then he was like, let me find you one. It doesn't have to be here. We can go international, baby girl. She said, there are plenty of good men. They are just not for me. Wishing you happiness. Patiently yours, your daughter, Gigi. Almost immediately after Gigi publicizes this letter, Cecil takes down his dowry offer and he no longer wants his daughter to find a man to marry.
Wow.
Yeah, it seems like Cecil is slightly unhinged, but it does seem like he loves his kids. The slightly unhinged.
yeah, again, it seems like the relationship isn't like bad at all. It's just he's just old school, but they all love each other. Well, we don't know about the boys, but these two, the daughter and the dad, do seem to love each other. Again, I feel like she's his daddy's girl. So
thing again is during this whole ordeal, they were working in the same office. Their offices are right next to each other in like Gladys' office. They'd be sparring it out, like typing online, and then they'd go into the conference room to giggle gaggle. They'd be like, what did the developers say? Oh, stop it. What should we order for lunch? No, literally. Cecil says, she goes to work every day, and we always see each other. My daughter and I have a very good relationship. Gigi is a loyal daughter and talented. She is the executive director of the company and is sensible in her work. Okay, some people did think this was genius, though. They think...
well, some sort of marketing strategy. It actually was just all fake. I mean, it's always fake, right?
Playing chess with the media. Gigi coming out to the public as being a lesbian, as being a gay woman in a marriage, people thought that she'd be rejected by the business world. But by her dad doing this, it garnered so much international praise. They actually seem more forward thinking. The way she handles herself, it's nothing to be ashamed of. She's so straight up about it's such a...
I think the dad is too smart.
Yes, because the way he rescinds it immediately.
Yeah, the way even like the whole offer, how ridiculous it sounds, it's gonna make news.
Yes.
And he's way too smart for doing something so dumb. He knows like you're not gonna catch some good dudes by doing this. So the main thing you're gonna get out of it is media attention.
And this, I think, pivoted the narrative.
I'm perfectly fine with that being the narrative because that seems right? Because it's so ludicrous that I was like, oh wait, this could just be a publicity stunt. I mean, it's always a stunt, right? It's always a stunt. It's always a stunt. Can't use the term industry plant here because it doesn't make sense. But the drama that we could say like the drama itself is a manifestation of a industry plant ? But yeah, like this all being just one big charade to have the daughter be more accepted in society, I could easily see that, no problem. And like the dad isn't actually some crazy guy. Well, not crazy, but old-fashioned.
Because, I mean, I'm assuming same-sex marriage is not legal in Hong Kong. I'm assuming that the older generations of these business executives, he was saying, you're going to be rejected by high society.
Yeah, oh, you know, this action makes him look kind of bad.
And her good.
Good,
and you root for her.
So he's sacrificing himself for Gigi. Dang.
Yes.
We got played.
We got
by
played.
the player.
Yes. Oh, and I think it made everybody love them more.
Wow.
And it wasn't messy. I think it's crazy. It makes her look so good. Because I do think she is genuinely a very smart woman. Just the way that she's not mad at her dad. The way that she's very calm and collected about the whole thing. And she's like, it's ridiculous, but I think my dad just loves me too much.
Yeah, again, they were on good terms the entire time, way too much, to be like, okay, wait a minute, maybe there is something fishy here. Because like, why are y'all just beefing it out online, I guess, or it's in these interviews, but then like actually just... despite that, no, not despite that, but any other moment, you're just like, oh, yeah, we're just happy family. Nothing's changed, ? Unless this is just a scheme y'all have been planning the entire time. And it's not even like real, it's just fake.
It's so classy. I could never behave like that. I'd be crying. I'd be like, my appa is so mean. And a reporter even asks her the question straight up, are you guys doing this for publicity? And she said, I don't know, you tell me. You're the reporter and you're the one that requested this interview. She said, I'm sorry, am I really looking for publicity when you wanted to talk to me? Remind yourself. Who put you in this room, she said. Yeah, no, literally. Yeah. And Gigi has now become one of the biggest advocates for legalizing same-sex marriage in Hong Kong. I love her. She'll even do these interviews where she goes, my parents have been trying to turn me straight for the past 28 years, but here I am. Still gay. Just love her. Okay. She thinks a lot of the reason that she and her dad are able to be chill about the whole thing is her dad just says outrageous stuff all the time. Netizens were just making fun of the situation at this point. Some people were commenting she should offer $200 million for a man to ask to marry her father and to love him. He's had 10,000 girlfriends and can't handle his daughter having one.
I don't know. I mean, he's kind of old. I mean, femboys are on the rise, though. You need to go like further than just a femboy. I mean, you can probably get him to compromise on a femboy? Question mark. Well, a anime-esque femboy, because an anime-esque femboy is just literally just a girl that is a guy who's drawn like a girl, which you're not really gonna see too much in real life, because like getting a guy looking identical to a girl is gonna be pretty hard. But as a femboy, you need to go even further than a femboy, I guess. But still, I mean, again, maybe he'll go with her femboy.
He had 10,000 girlfriends, not married, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe try.
He said, she's 33 and still not married. I'm a bit worried about her. Sir, you're 76 and still not married. We're worried about you. Gigi and Sean broke up, though. And she is now dating Jenny Wan.
What? Why? Why did they break up? Like, they were together for like at least 7 years. I don't know when they broke up, unless Sean telling them that they were together wasn't planned, and thus the daughter and dad had to concoct this scheme together to, throw himself under the bus so that she could be raised up and get past Sean outing them? Question mark. That could have been what happened. Because like, why else would they break up other than like maybe there's some weird dynamic between her and Sean and they just weren't connecting anymore, and that was like a hint of like Sean being, not Sean being weird, but just like Sean not being on the same wavelength as the daughter.
Jenny Wan works in asset management and real estate. They live right next to Villa Cecil, and Cecil seems to have accepted Gigi's partner. In an interview she did in June 2024, Gigi talks about how her dad has grown, saying, "I will say that my dad has come a long, long way. He's now quite the accepting father-in-law. He always makes an effort to include my partner in all the family gatherings. He really made an effort to make sure that she feels part of the family. There are even pictures of the three of them during events." And
I'm guessing it's these two? Well, I mean, that's the daughter, but I'm guessing it's her. I don't know who this is. This is just like a random girlfriend. He looks so old now.
holidays, and he'll post them onto his own social media. And Gigi does these TED Talks on what she went through in empowering other gay women, and she's an advisor for the UN Nations Development Program. She's just fucking killing it. She's also an ambassador for the AIDS Concern organization. Cecil has grown a lot. He's publicly doing magazine shoots with his daughter. They look fucking old money. I don't even know how to describe the money that just screams off that page. But the captions are talking about supporting Gigi and work on marriage equality. So he's backing her. Yeah, and then Gigi said that she randomly fell into this position of being an advocate, but she says, well, don't get it twisted. The fact that I'm fighting for marriage equality doesn't mean I want to get married. Okay, she said, I want to be single. So people are like,
Gigi wants to be single?
Yeah, she wants same-sex marriage, but she doesn't necessarily want to get married again.
Oh.
Yeah, which is
I mean, she's going down the path for dad. What did I say? He's so obsessed with women that it got transferred to her. Hereditary. It's hereditary. Question mark. And now she's on the path to possibly just dating a bunch of girls.
just a personal choice, has nothing to do with her sexuality, which people are saying, damn, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
What? Am I not wrong? Hello?
Yeah, she said, don't get it twisted. I'm trying to have 10,000 girlfriends too. That's the story of Gigi Chow. Did we just discover that halfway through, they're smarter than all of us?
Yeah, the real reason.
Yeah, because the American news outlets, they picked up on it too. And they were just saying, it's crazy, it's homophobic, it's redonkulous. But maybe they're the smartest ones in the room.
True, I see that.
Moral of the story, get a pilot's license so you can fly your dad's girlfriends. And that's it for today's video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Oh. No moral? Yeah, there's only 2 seconds left. No moral to this one. I guess it was just whatever she said. Maybe they forgot to put it at the end. But you added the music and the black screen. Why did you put some text at the end? That's weird. Yep, that was that. Again, crazy M. Night Shyamalan twist that then further comboed out of nowhere into another twist where they were just all playing everybody from the get-go. Except for Sean. I'm not convinced about Sean just doing whatever they want in that interview, and then the dad and the daughter had to come up with this 4D chest move to get the daughter out of this snag that Sean put her in, question mark. Yep, that was that. Again, a crazy video. We did have some twists and turns. And like, turns out that the dad's not too bad, right? He's okay. Question mark. Of course, we did have the radical break in the middle. Assuming you're here and didn't watch that, that did happen. It was in the radius. We did end up dying in the end. Question mark, just because I wasn't equipped for this. I ran out of ammo. I lost my pistol at one point. So all I had was a shotgun, and the shotgun didn't have that much ammo with it to use. Dropped a flashlight at one point. Lost my lighter. So yeah, just went out of hay, but it was pretty cool because I didn't know how weird the game could get. So that was pretty interesting. I don't know if I'll have a radical break next time. We'll have to see. I think I mentioned this. I did increase the gain on the audio for the MetaQuest there, the VR stuff. So hopefully it was louder than usual, and it wasn't too quiet, because I think it does get quiet. So I increased that, but hopefully it wasn't too loud and didn't sound too bad. I don't know. Because of course I can't hear any of the stuff until I'm done recording the video, and I have to go look and see how it turned out. But anyways, yeah, I don't know what we're going to be watching tomorrow. I mean, we only have 2 days left of the Chinaverse week. But, you know, I have a list of stuff, and I'm just crossing stuff out as I watch it, and then moving on to the next thing, or finding something I want to watch on the list, and then doing it. So we'll see. I mean, it's just going to be random, whatever it ends up being tomorrow, and the next day after that. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Remember to buy my stickers, and think about becoming a member, or subscribe if you haven't subscribed, so we can watch time and subscribers, and if we have a thrown as well. And shout out to the members, EmmyStarr, RaleyDrew, and alexgkiller 880. But yeah, don't forget the hype as well. That I always forget about the hype stuff, because it's just a mechanic that I haven't used or even continue to remember about. But anyways, thanks for watching. Tune to the next episode. Like, subscribe, comment, and hype. As I do. See ya.